So, this is me, Theta. Today is January 31st. It is 11 a.m. I am just starting today's live stream, and again, I was thinking about having a conversation with the live stream, just let them know what was going on, but then I realized maybe I should probably do this for the whole channel so that people who are like watching on YouTube or on the Patreon side can know what's going on as well. And I want to put this out there that I'm not very good at giving out like personal information or having these sorts of conversations with people. So bear with me if this turns into like a long drawn out ramble or something. It's me finding my way to the point, which is essentially what I'm doing here. And I guess I'm going to show my age because this is going to start off as like an old man ramble. Back when we first started the channel, back when I first started the channel, I don't know. I would keep saying 6 years. It's more than that now, I think, at this point. It was a tabletop RPG channel where I just got together with friends on the internet to play games and slowly tried to develop that up over time. The idea was to put out like an episode every day so that anyone dropping by would have something new to watch every day. And then try to improve that by 1 year. Hey, let's make sure everybody has cameras so everybody can be seen. Just that slowly incrementing the channel to be better and better as time went on. Now, people who have been with the channel since back then will recognize that I've kind of changed as time has gone on. And not like in the way that, well, time changes you. I was a lot skinnier back in the day. I had this giant goatee. Different. Well, the thing is that over time I started developing this like lump on the side of my neck. And back then, well, I've been dealing with it a long time. I also had a lot of stomach related issues. And I thought to myself, well, I've been meaning to see the stomach thing be taken care of for like 15 years. Maybe now's the time. I'll have that looked at the same time as I get this neck thing looked at. Well, as it turns out, that neck thing was really important to have looked at because it was fucking cancer. And if you've ever noticed that a bunch of my character art on the channel has like necklines on it, it's because it's representing this whole opened my neck up surgical thing. I don't know. I didn't really show. Anyway, nobody wants to see that. So yeah, had surgery done to the neck. They removed it. I've seen an oncologist every so often. It's fine. Except for the fact that apparently the oncologist wasn't very good. My family had no faith in them, stopped seeing them. A couple of years later, have to go back. Turns out that cancer is back again. Long story short, on that front, but what, four surgeries to the neck? Like first time they only cut into this side. Second time they go all the way across. I don't know. That's probably just like looks like stretch marks on the camera, but all the way across 4 times. Every time followed up by radioactive iodine treatments, which is basically they put you on an iodine-free diet meant to starve out like the thyroids, which are very absorbent to iodine, and then they give you radioactive iodine so that they absorb all the radiation and die. Some point around all this time, my voice starts changing, and that's why people accused me of having cancer voice back in the day, which very hurtful, but whatever. Who the fuck cares? At some point, it's determined that the radioactive iodine doesn't work, right? So we bump that up a level and we go with directed radiation, which is, if you know anybody that has gotten directed radiation done, you need to like give them a hug because that is a fucking nightmare. What I had to go through. The intro to what I had to go through. Not exactly what I went through because I am a puss. So, a mask is put over your face, and it's basically like this mesh that they wet it up, and then they mold it to your face and it hardens that way. And it becomes so tight that you cannot move the muscles in your face. Like if you try to this little motion with your cheek, too much. You wouldn't be able to do it. So when they molded mine, my mouth was closed. So can't even move my lips to open my mouth to take a breath. That's how tight it was. And I can only really breathe through one nostril. So when they put me back on the table with this thing on, felt like I was being, well, I feel like it was being waterboarded for some reason. Even without the water, the sensation was there. I freaked out, couldn't do it. But it gets to the point where the doctor is like, here, let's just try to put you, oh, sorry, I forgot one big major thing. It bolts to the table, the mask. So you are incapable of motion completely from here up. I mean, it's necessary because essentially they're targeting you with a high degree of radiation to a very specific spot. They don't want you to move and hit something else important. The risk of messing up and being deadly is there. That's why they do all that. Well, the doctor convinces me to try it without the mask, without being bolted down to a table, and I go for it for about a month and a half, which was the treatment length they wanted. And I guess the long story short here is that didn't work either. Uh, Cancer's back. Cancer is hard to get rid of. And what I'm going to be dealing with now is they gave me three options. One was a surgical consult, which is like 2 hours away, same place that I'd been going to before for all the other surgeries. That didn't work, but that's not really an option because if you remember back in the previous part of the story where I mentioned these stomach issues, yeah, those never got handled. Just never got handled. Anyway, second option was do nothing and just let it go. And the third option, because obviously I didn't choose option two, was a chemical treatment. Basically, a pill now that I'll have to try and take every day. The problem here, and this is why I'm bringing it up here on the channel, here on the stream, is that the pill option. Okay, here's the way that the doctor introduced this to me: is that everybody has side effects, and nobody can take a full dosage of it. And looking up the side effects listing, they're all very scary. A lot of them are very common side effects, and by common I mean the scary ones are common. Some of them are downright deadly. And I don't know how it's going to affect me moving forwards. So I don't know what I can say about the channel going forwards. Obviously, the channel's my baby. I love the channel. I love reacting to anime. I love talking to you guys. I like reading the comments. I enjoy all of it. So the last thing I want to do is lose the channel. So just know that no matter what happens with this anything coming up, my focus is one on myself, but also on this. But yeah, the next well, whenever I start on it, waiting still for the shipment to be here. They want me to go for education about it before I actually start taking it as well. But after that, it's going to be about 4 months of testing to try and, I guess, narrow down exactly the right amount to take and how to best deal with the side effects of taking the medication. But that I feel like is probably going to be the hardest time to try and get stuff going out here. So this is just like my personal message to the channel about what might possibly be going on within, say, the next month here when it comes to streams, reaction content being put out, etc. So, yeah. Again, I apologize if this comes out as a long ramble or whatever it is. Like I stated this at the beginning, I'm not good at throwing out personal information or essentially just talking about what's really going on behind the scenes. So, once again, I'm Theta. This is just reality for me. So, we'll see. Thank you, though, for listening, if you even cared to be here. So, we'll catch you next time.